Every door has a key. There's a key to every situation. Behind every unopened door, there is a mystery. And the opening of this door introduces us to another in the series, the key.
Hi there, Bugsy. Come right on in. Sit down. Relax. I got a little contract for you, Bugsy. And I want you to make a real hit with this one. There's 5 G's hanging to it, your end. Okay? Swell. Seems like there's a jerk by the name of Lance Spurway who's been subpoenaed to appear before the State Senate Committee on the Union Rackets. Now, this bum Spurway has a big mouth. The word is he's set to sing, but loud. This might be very embarrassing to some guys I know what have been good friends of mine. I told him not to worry on account of I don't think Spurway's going to be around very long. There's your contract, Bugsy, and that guy Spurway's it. Rub him out. You got 2 days.
Yes, I know, Bart, but... Yes, but I've told you not to call me at times when you know Lance could be home. Oh, now don't be silly. You know that's not true. Well, let's not argue about it. And don't be sore, honey. Hmm? No, well, of course not. Hmm? No, what? Oh, honey, someone might hear you. Is there anybody around there? Well, you shouldn't say things like that over the phone. You never know... What? Oh, Bart, you're terrible. What? Oh, Bart, I think I heard Lance come in. I'll hang up. Is that you, Lance? I must go, Bart. Yes. I'll call you as soon as I can. Bye. Lance, is that you? Oh.
What's the matter?
You startled me. I didn't see you standing there.
I wasn't standing there. I just got in.
Well, you might have answered me when I called out.
Why? Who else were you expecting right now? Some other guy got a key to our home, huh? There's somebody else who could walk right in on you?
Oh, don't be funny.
Funny? What's funny about it? I asked you a straight question. I'm entitled to a straight answer.
Okay, I'll give you an answer.
Well?
Drop dead.
Now who's being funny? Where'd you pick up that smart stuff, huh? Never used to talk like that. I was thinking...
Oh, don't exaggerate.
There you go again. You sound just like Bart McCloud.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's his kind of talk. Like he was on the movies all the time.
Well, maybe he goes to the movies, too. You sure leave me plenty of time to go to the movies. Maybe you think that's all a wife wants to do, go to the movies on her own. Spends a little time around here. It's the wonder you can remember where you live.
I work for a living, or perhaps you'd forgotten about that. You'd forgotten maybe who pays the grocery bills around here?
Forgotten? With you reminding me 10 times a day?
Okay, so I have to remind you. Don't you ever forget it. Any time you're thinking of double-crossing me, Ella.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't like what I hear, that's all. I don't like the things people say about my wife.
What things? Where?
Down at the Union Local. Things are being said. Things I'm not supposed to hear. About you and Bart McCloud.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'd better be. Because I'm telling you, if you ever cross me with any crumb like McCloud, I'll kick his teeth in.
You...
Stop that.
Oh,
Stop that laughing. Stop it. Do you hear me? Stop it.
Let me go. Take your hands off me. You ape. You keep your hands off me.
Don't you laugh at me, Ella. Don't you ever laugh at me.
Laugh at you? Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I do what everyone else is doing anyway? You, Lance Spurway, racket buster. Big guy who's going to expose all the corruption in the union. Oh, sure. You're going to get up there in front of that Senate committee and shoot up your big mouth about all the officials of your union. And maybe the senators will give you a medal for it. But what about the guys you work with, Lance? How do they feel about a guy who runs screaming to the government about union troubles? I'll tell you how they feel. They feel you haven't got the nerve to fight your battles on the union ground, to get up at meetings of the local and say your piece.
One man against the management committee of 20 crooked twisters? What chance would I have?
Never mind. You didn't even try. Because you haven't got what it takes. You haven't got what it takes to live right, Lance. That's your trouble. You're going to do this and that. You're going to fix those crooks in the union. You're going to kick Bart McLeod's teeth out. And Bart could eat you. And not even get indigestion.
Don't you talk to me like that. I'm not going to stand here and listen to you.
I don't care whether you listen or not. I'm through talking anyway, and I'm through with you.
What did you say?
I said I'm through. I'm going to leave you.
Leave me? How do you mean?
Simple enough, surely. Even for your rock-filled head. I'm through being married to you. We're washed up, finished.
You're kidding.
You'll see whether I'm kidding or not.
And it's true you have been seeing McLeod.
Oh, he's got nothing to do with it. I'm fed up with you.
Fed up with me, but what have I done?
Nothing. Nothing worthwhile. Nothing to help our marriage along. You're never home, and when you are, you're a pain in the neck.
Thanks. That makes me feel real good. I haven't done anything to help our marriage, huh? Well, what have you done? All I get from you was how miserable you are. A man comes home tired.
You're never too tired to go out again at night, leaving me here to twiddle my thumbs.
Twiddle your thumbs or invite McLeod over. That's it, isn't it? Isn't it? You've been playing around with that crumb here in my house.
Your house. Now it's your house. Is that your idea of a marriage? It's your house and I'm just a drudge around the place who cooks and washes for you. Is that it?
You're my wife.
That can be fixed. Any other problem?
Don't talk like that. If you think I'm going to stand by and do nothing while you play fast and loose with some jerk, then you can start thinking all over.
Okay, just what are you going to do about it?
Just you straighten out, that's all. You'll find out what I'll do.
Big talk. You're going to tell the Senate committee all about us, too. Maybe they'll give you another medal.
You just better watch yourself, Ella. I'm telling you. And if you've been seeing anything of McLeod, you better stop right now. I'm giving you a chance to get things straight. And that's a sight more than most husbands would do.
Oh, thanks for nothing.
Okay. Just remember what I said, that's all. You can think what you like about me. Nobody's going to cross me with my wife and get away with it.
Where are you going?
Out. Ella, where's my coat? It's raining outside.
It's over there where you left it.
Oh. Well, don't expect me back tonight. Just think over what I said. You're my wife, and that's the way it's going to be. I'm giving you a chance to think it over. That's all.
Hey, Spurway.
Yeah? What do you want?
Come on, get in. Captain wants to talk to you down at headquarters.
What's the matter? What's he want me for?
Search me. You know, it's a funny thing about it, Captain. He hardly ever tells me anything. Come on, let's go. Here he is, Captain. We tailed him from the pool room. He was taking a pretty lonely walk downtown. Getting pretty wet in the drizzle, too. So we picked him up, like you said.
Okay, Jameson, that's all.
All that walking in the rain, guy must think he's Johnny Ray.
What's all this about, Captain?
Relax. It's for your own good. Just for the record, where were you headed when the car picked you up?
What's that got to do with you? I committed some crime or other?
No. But I'll tell you something, Spearway. I'd rather pick you up for no reason than go hunting town for a couple of hoods who beat you up.
Beat me up? Well, nobody's beaten me up.
Not yet.
What are you talking about?
Look, you're due to appear before the Senate Committee on Union Rackets day after tomorrow, right?
Sure, everybody knows that.
Yeah, everybody. Including a bunch of crooks who'd give a lot to stop you testifying.
You mean that some...
I mean that you've got no place going for lonely walks at night right now. You're just asking for trouble. A couple of zombies will lay for you in a quiet street or an alley, beat you to a pulp, and tell you there'll be more of it if you testify to the Senate Committee.
You think those crooks running the union will do that?
Well, intimidating a witness is a corny old trick, but you'd be surprised how often it works.
I'm not scared. I can look after myself.
Yeah?
Well, I admire your courage, Spearway. One man against maybe 3 or 4 using knucks and lead pipe? Take my advice and go on home, straight home, stay there. Especially at night. But I don't get it anyway. What's with you? Like Jameson said, you were just walking alone in the rain. What for? Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere in particular. I had an argument with my wife. You know how it is.
Don't remind me. I've been married 20 years.
Yeah, well... maybe you're right. I guess maybe I've been a little rough on her at that. Yeah. Maybe I should go home and straighten things out.
Yeah, you do that. You may not even remember what you said to her, but apologize for it anyway. Women like that. Believe me, I've tried 100 different systems for winning at this marriage racket. That's the only one that works. Say you're sorry and take it back.
Well, you're 15 years up on me, Captain. Guess you ought to know.
Brother, I learned the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll be on my way.
Yes, well. Just take it easy the next few days till the hearing's over. Stay home at night. I'm supposed to look after the safety of the citizens of this town, Mr. Spearway. Right now, I'm keeping a special eye on you.
Who's there? Is that you, Lance?
Sure enough, I come back after all. Surprise, surprise. I come back and I answered when you called out. Surprise on 2 counts, huh? I guess you didn't expect it.
Say, what is this? McLeod? What are you doing here?
Well, if it isn't old Racket Buster Spearway himself. Well, come on in, Racket Buster. Join the party. Help yourself to a little drink.
Get out, McLeod. Get out of my house. Now.
Hey, take it easy now, Racket Buster. You sound like you don't feel very friendly. Why, you make me feel I'm not welcome.
You heard me. Get out.
Lance.
I'll get to you later. Are you going, McLeod, or do I have to?
Do you have to what, Racket Buster? Press my neck? Was that what you were going to say? Well, now, I'd just love to have you try that. I just adore that. But I'm a gentleman and there's a lady present. What's more, I was invited here, see? Invited. I didn't bust right in without being asked. Oh, no.
Okay. Now you're invited to go. Get moving.
Whoa, wait. Now, just you wait a minute. No, that will never do. You see, it was Ellie here who invited me. Wasn't it now, honey? You called me right up on the phone there, didn't you, sweetheart? And you said your husband here had walked out on you. You were lonely. You wanted me to come right over now, didn't you, honey?
Lance, it's no use making a scene. I told you how I felt.
Yeah, you told.
And you walked out. You said you wouldn't be back.
Well, I am back. Maybe it doesn't occur to you I had a reason for coming back.
Oh, sure you had a reason. You came back to spy, didn't you, Racket Buster? Yeah. You're good at that. You could leave me for dead on that. Oh, you're very sharp when it comes to gum-chewing around checking up on people like you did with Harrison and the other guys on the management committee of the union. Well, you checked up on them okay. You checked on them good. You're all set to blow them wide open before the Senate committee, aren't you, Racket Buster?
If it wasn't for the support of you and a lot of jerks like you, McLeod, there wouldn't be any racketeers in our union.
Oh, well, never mind. It'll all be okay because we've got some little Boy Scouts like you checking on things. Oh, you're a great one for keeping tabs on people. Always making like the tax collecting guys, poking your sharp little nose into other people's business. Checking on the union officials, checking on your wife.
Bart, please.
What's the matter? It's true, isn't it? That's what he's doing. Goes out and says he won't be back tonight. That is what you said, isn't it, Racket Buster?
Sure you did. Now here you are. Make you feel good inside, Make you feel good to know your wife's got someone else?
Oh, stop
You
it.
better lay off needling me, McLeod.
Now, who's needling anybody? All I'm saying is the truth, isn't it? Can I help it if you're a sleazy crumb? One who doesn't know how to behave?
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me take a poke at you so you can play the big hero in front of Ella. Well, it won't work.
No? Oh, well, now that's a real shame. I'd sure like you to take a poke at me, racket buster. Come on, you're a big guy, big as me. I weigh just on 200 pounds. How much you weigh, Oh, come on, don't be shy. How much you weigh, honey? 185? 90? Hey, what are you doing? I like that program. Put it back on.
We don't need it. Seeing you're determined to stay, we may as well get this thing settled.
Huh? What thing's that,
Ella, I want you to get this straight. I'd rather talk it over privately with you, but it seems I'm not going to get a chance. When I left, I didn't have any intention of coming back here tonight. Something happened to me, and I came back. I come back to apologize. Does that mean anything?
It's a bit late, Lance.
That is the understatement of the century. You've got some nerve, racket buster.
Ella, maybe it is too late. Maybe that's my trouble all along with you. Okay, where do we go from here?
We can't go back, Lance. It'd never be the same.
I'm not asking you to go back. I thought maybe we could start afresh. Well?
Seems to me you're not making out so good with that line, man. Seems to me like you better fade.
Why don't you button your fat lip, McLeod? Haven't you caused enough trouble?
Me? I haven't done anything. Like I told you, I'm here on invitation, see? A lady calls me and says she wants my company. Now, what am I going to do? Not only is it hard to resist a lady, but also I admire her taste. So, here I am. And everything was just fine till you busted in. So I tell you what, racket buster. Why don't you take a powder, Why don't you do that right now?
Ella, you really want to leave me for this man? Do you?
Hello.
Hello. Is Lance there?
He's busy right now. Call back later, will you?
Listen, this is important. Is that Mrs. Spurway?
Yes?
Listen, Mrs. Spurway. I gotta see your husband right away. It's about the Senate hearing. I got some more information for him.
Who's it speaking?
Martin. Harry Martin. Tell your husband I'm a friend of George Malloy. I gotta see him now. Tonight. Tell him to come to Joe's pool room right away. I'll be waiting for him. He's got to know what I gotta tell him. Okay?
But look,
I gotta go now. You tell him to come right away.
Oh, wait. Hello? Hello? He hung up.
Who was it?
A man named Harry Martin said he's a friend of George Malloy.
Friend of George's?
He wants to see you right away now. This has got some more information for you about the hearing.
Well, if he's a friend of George's, he must be okay.
If he's a friend of Malloy's, he's a creep. Another Boy Scout running around telling tales. Another racket buster.
Oh, please, Bart. I've had enough.
You've had enough, huh? What do you mean you've had enough?
Take it easy, McLeod. She's not...
Now, you just keep quiet, racket buster. Just don't say another word right now. Tell you I've heard all I want to hear from you, and I'm not going to listen to another word.
You're going to hear what...
Bart! Bart, stop!
Stop what, I'm not doing anything. I finished what I was doing.
Lance is all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what are you doing sitting on the floor, racket buster? Well, come on, let's see you stand on your feet, Well, come on. You talk big, let's see you act big, huh?
You better go, Bart.
Yeah? Okay. But Don't you fret, honey. I'll be around just as soon as you give me a call. And you will give me a call now, won't you, honey?
I don't...
Oh, sure you will. I'll be seeing you. Say, looks like the rain got really heavy outside. I came without a coat. It's only a fizzle then. Nice and thoughtful of you to drop your coat right here, Wreck-It Buster. Yeah, not bad fit either. You must weigh nearly 200. I'll bring the coat back next time I visit with your wife, Wreck-It Buster. Ooh, sure is cold outside, baby. Don't forget to call me. What's it?
Father, you...
Well, that looks like the complete story. We picked up the gunman at the bus station when he was trying to leave town.
Yeah, but I don't get it. You mean to say he tried to kill me because of the Senate hearings coming up?
Nothing sure.
But who is he? I didn't think...
Oh, he's nobody you'd know. He's a notorious hood named Bugsy Metz. Somebody employed him for the job. We'll sweat out of him just who that somebody was. Way back of him was probably some of the crooks in your union, Mr. Spearway. But probably even they didn't know Metz. They just hired somebody who hired him.
I still don't understand.
Well, it figures this way. Metz was hired to kill your husband. He might have shot him down in the street if I hadn't warned Mr. Spearway against staying out and sent him home. The delay annoyed Metz, who decided to hurry up the job by calling you with a fake message.
He was the man on the phone?
Oh, no, be sure. Knowing, naturally enough, of your husband's interest in the Senate hearings and having been given enough background information by whoever hired him, he called you and used a name like George Malloy to decoy your husband from the house. He probably called from the payphone in the drugstore on the corner, just 50 yards from your house.
And he thought McLeod was me, leaving to keep the appointment.
Yeah. McLeod was about your build. He was wearing your overcoat. Metz had probably seen you dressed that way earlier tonight at the pool room. So that's about it. Too bad about McLeod.
Yeah, too bad.
Now, do me a favor, Mr. Spurway. For the next few days, don't go anywhere without the man I'm assigning to escort you. I don't think he'll be needed, but let's play it safe, huh?
Sure. Sure, anything you say.
Yes, well. Well, I'll be shoving off. I guess you two have had enough for one night. Don't worry, Mrs. Spurway. The trouble's all over. Everything's going to be all right.
Thank you, Captain. I'm sure it is.
Relax, Mr. Spurway. Remember, you're a very lucky man.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I am, but...
A closing door finishes the story. Next week, another key will open another door to another story. Mystery, romance, or adventure all start when a door is unlocked by the key.